My girlfriend's got my old PS5, and I gave her the PS5 and like, I don't know, 25 games for free.
You didn't give her nothing.
You lie! You lie! You lying! Liar!
I mean, come on, man. This dude out here lying to the public again, bro. You didn't give her. I gave her 25 games. I gave her. This man talking about how he gave his girlfriend the PlayStation 5. Now, what you talking about? You sold it to her for $500, you damn bandit.
When I gave it to her, though, there was the thing is that she bought some controllers on her own for her and her kids to play. I do like the idea that now I can bring my controller over to her house when I'm playing games with all the family. And I do like I don't have to use...
What are you talking about, the family? That ain't your family. You out here overrating another man's save file is crazy work, bruh. I mean, come on, man. You know, you still live in that home with, like, what, 4 roommates? I mean, you should be living with her. You should be a part of the family, you know? Just like the guy from Resident Evil 7. Welcome to the family, son.
Her
What they got going on here?
That are probably covered in, like, peanut butter and jelly and stuff.
Oh, man.
How do you feel about this update? This
is embarrassing, man. Like I said, why are we talking about this? Oh, PlayStation 5 is dead, you know? And even when he finally decides to touch up on something negative about PlayStation, it's minor. And the funny thing is, yeah, my controller's been having a lot of stick drift. So, you know, that's crazy. But before we start this video, I'm sorry, guys, for the intro. You know, we got to overwrite the video so we can actually start talking about as to what we need to talk about. Hold on. Hey, everyone, it's Dreamcast guy, man. I'm playing a little Silent Hill. You know. Just got to do my save real quick. Hold on. There we go. What does it say? Oh, yeah, let's do that option right there. There you go.
Update, because it actually fixes the final problem we've had with the PlayStation 5. Now, in general...
I mean, you call this a problem, but yeah, we ain't heard about this until now, man. I mean, we kind of felt the experience. I mean, my Joy-Cons was acting a little off, you know, but I really thought it was the sawdust.
PS5 controller a lot. The DualSense, it's undeniably fantastic.
It's trash. You know how many problems I have with this controller, bro? I recommend playing most of your games on Xbox. The controller is far better. That alone makes me like that platform. I mean, you can't do any sort of competitive game. Maybe if you're just walking around playing a bunch of walking simulators, you'll have no problem using this thing. But any game that requires any sort of, you know, twitch muscles or reaction time, this controller absolutely sucks. I'm sorry, man. Even most predominant, adamant PlayStation fans will tell you that. You know, the only thing y'all got is a little DualSense.
Good triggers, the haptic feedback, the vibration, it's good. But there has been a small problem with this. That it's been strange they haven't...
Keyword, small problem.
...solved it, which is that when you sync this to something, you get stuck. You can only pair it to one device at a time. But I feel like that's always been a strange decision because they basically bill it. They sort of advertise the controller. But you stopped seeing it because I started keeping it in the other room. Since I could only sync each controller to one system, I'd sync my other controllers to the PS5 in here, but the other ones I would actually sync with an 8-bit DOE, a little adapter.
That is crazy. That just shows you, man. Like, PlayStation is restrictive. You know, I mean, like, where was this before? You know, where was this when you was doing all these Xbox's dead videos? And now all of a sudden, I mean, forget the update. Let's talk about that lousy stick drift.
Interesting to me, because typically they're just anti-hacking measures. Usually...
New PS5 system update beta includes DualSense pairing across multiple... Oh, that's probably why I had issues. They finally decided to... It's 5 years and you guys waited to do something as simple as this?
5-6 years ago.
If this was Xbox, y'all be screaming that they're dead and can't get anything right.
Generation, the only real system updates they're doing is, hey, we're trying to roll out some new syncing thing, or hey, we're trying to stop because hackers figured out how to get games for free, right? Lure replies, though, huge convenience update. We have needed this for a long time. Oh, some people are saying, I wonder if this new lower power consumption...
This is embarrassing, man. You see how PlayStation fanboys out here bragging about something that wasn't even a problem on Xbox for the longest of time? Oh, yeah, it's such an inconvenience, you know. Thank you, Sony. You made us wait so long just so you can update our controllers. Do you understand how ridiculous that is? Like, I mean, come on, man. And the funny thing is, I think I've suffered with this problem because I do have multiple PS5s. And, yeah, for some reason, when you connect it to another console, the games just don't run right. But even besides that, the stick drift is still very much here, and it sucks.
Which is the other part of this update we're going to talk about.
They didn't, actually, to be honest with you, they didn't fix anything. They need to fix these lousy analogs on this console. That's what they need to do. Start working on this controller. Ain't no update going to help me fix my stick drift.
Good thing for the rumored handheld. There's been a lot of leaks about the fact that the PlayStation Portal was a tiny taste test. That essentially, there were a bunch of technicians and architects.
No, it wasn't. What do you mean a taste test? What are you talking about, bro? That's not even a portable device. It's a stream. I mean, you could do what you can do on a portal. You could do no different than on the phone. What are you talking about, bro? Oh, now they want to put the portal up there with the Switch, bro. Your sister, that portal's trash. I don't know why you guys try so hard to defend it. I'll probably get one if it was like $100, but that's just because I'll look at it more like an expensive controller with a screen on it. But I'm not paying $200 for that. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, oh, okay, you pay like $60, $70 for a controller. That kind of comes with a screen and the controller. So that's how I would see it. But I would definitely not look at it as a true portable.
Engineers over at PlayStation right now that are trying to make something that's basically a portable PlayStation 4. Something that does have a lot of juice and power, but...
A portable PlayStation 4. Bro, we don't need any more portable PlayStation 4s. We got that with the Steam Deck. We got way more powerful. What do you mean a powerful? Bro, I don't even think this is going to come out. And if it does, it's going to fail. What are you talking about? A portable PlayStation 4? Ain't that what the Steam Deck is already? We don't need that. And then your games are coming to Steam anyway, so what would be the point of Sony coming out with their own portable? It's stupid. Especially when they're dropping their games on the Xbox handheld.
They want to make it power efficient. That essentially, in order to make something that good, it's going to sap the battery in like 90 minutes max. But it sounds like they're experimenting to make games look good for the lowest power use possible.
And that means they won't look as good. Because they require less power to be able to achieve. You know, I mean, this is stupid, bro. If you guys honestly think that this is actually... So is Sony are magically going to advance the battery technology? Because regardless, you know, some people would say the Steam Deck is very similar to a PS4 in regards to specs. And demanding games will still drain the battery. Regardless of what type of power consumption that they have. Which would mean that they would actually have to have an improved battery. Which is very impossible. Right, considering in today's gaming demographic, yeah, you know, this is why portable game. Like, if you notice that portable gaming was designed to like run like little games. They were never designed to run these AAA titles. Now they're trying to push this out, and who knows? Maybe technology will improve in the inevitable future. But as of right now, batteries will be the problem of these platforms. It's so funny that the Game Gear got mocked for having batteries that died out in 1 to 2 hours for some demanding titles at the time, but yet this is what you guys are doing now. You get what I'm saying? Think about that. The same things that Sega introduced during their generation or during their reign are the same things that you guys are dealing with now. Home console games on the go. Who pushed that? You should know. You're a Sega fan, right? With the Sega Sega Nomad, where you could literally take the Sega Genesis cartridge and play it on the go. I mean, you guys don't give Sega enough credit, man. I get it. They're not competing in this console war, but I would expect the Sega fan to know this.
Extend the hypothetical battery life of this hypothetical handheld. I do love all these replies, though. Here's one. So PS4 controllers could be used for PS5 games.
Yeah.
To be honest,
I told you guys about this.
I wish they would do. I mean,
but we know why they won't do it, because they want to incentivize you to buy their new controllers. I mean, this just goes to show you how greedy PlayStation is. I could use an Xbox One controller. I could use a Series X and S controller. I mean, Microsoft, bro, you guys really don't give credit. And this is not me glazing Xbox. You know what I'm saying? This is me telling you the truth of what you're missing out on. You can take all your old Xbox One accessories and controllers and use it on your Series X and S. You don't need a Series X and S controller. You get what I'm saying? I just don't get it, man. I mean, and the same thing applies to third party if it's a PS. And I've had this problem. Like, I remember trying to play AEW, right? Was it Fight Forever or something? On my PS5, and I tried to sync it with the PS4 controller because I do have quite a few, and it wouldn't work. Because you need another PS5 controller. That is so stupid. And we know why Sony does it this way. It's because they want to force you to buy their controllers. That's all it is. That's literally all it is, man. I mean, this shows you how greedy PlayStation is.
Usually works is that these betas are usually right before.
How about they actually put a firmware update for that? That would probably be far more important than what you're blabbering about with this new update about pairing across multiple devices.
Well, essentially, anybody that's opted into the PlayStation beta program, you get to test the updates a couple months before they're officially released. It's sort of their way of basically
making sure
it's not going to crash consoles when it gets mass launched. But
oh yeah, just like that update that did, huh?
Connected to a singular DualSense or DualSense Edge, it was just one.
See, they only worry about PC, Mac, and mobile. What about the previous PlayStation devices? You guys keep saying that PlayStation cares about you, but all you see is remote play to PC. It's like they're already preparing you for this. Like, it's so funny. How are you going to call yourself a PlayStation fan and not advocate for devices from PS4 to go to PS5? Oh, no, I just buy the controllers again, you know? You know, that's just... Like, bro, I swear, bro, people... Now I see why people call you pay ponies. Y'all are just stupid. Honestly. Oh, but we support our controllers. We support our game. We support... Bro, you're stupid. No wonder these companies are out here doing all this anti-consumer crap, because they know you people gonna buy into it because y'all a bunch of dummies. I can buy an Xbox One controller. I can buy whatever controller I want and use it. PlayStation, you can't use it because for some reason it's locked, because it's a PS4, because of the technology of the DualSense. I mean, if the DualSense really affected how we play games on these, and you know what's funny? That's a lie. Because y'all gonna sit there and say, oh, it's because the technology of the controller and the company, they take advantage of the controller. That's ridiculous. Because on PC, you don't even have to use this controller and your games work. Oh, you got exposed, huh? Oh, yeah, you don't need to use a PlayStation controller to play PlayStation games on PC. But yet, for some reason, you can't use your PS4 controllers, which the system says is backwards compatibility with PS4 games. You can't use them to play PS5 games. Because apparently this DualSense technology y'all got. Bro, I'm telling you, fanboys are ridiculous. Okay? A PC gamer doesn't need to buy one of these to play your beloved games. Okay? This is what people are trying to tell you. This is why people tell guys that console gamers are stupid. I'm sorry, you guys are. Okay? You are. Because you guys advocate and you brag about some of the stupidest things.
So you compare it to your PC, your Mac, or mobile devices.
What about PS4? What about pairing my PS4 controllers to my PS5? I think that would be far more important to a PlayStation gamer, right? That predominantly plays on console. Why would I care about syncing a controller to a PC when I'm gaming on console? This is stupid, bro. Everything they're doing is in regards to PC gaming. But yeah, you console fans, oh, we're benefiting. Where you benefiting? I thought you console gamers didn't play on PC, right? Oh, I forgot that's where y'all going.
This update, you can now register up to 4 devices.
Look, I gotta register a controller. Are you trying to tell me this is like going to the registry to get a license? Bro, we are registering controllers. That's like me playing my Nintendo 64. I'm going to bring my 64 controller to my buddies. Oh, you can't use it. Why? You have to register it onto Nintendo Online. What? Y'all don't even own your controllers? You got to register them? Bruh. Y'all don't see nothing wrong with this? Why can't the controller just work out of the box? I got to register. I got to register a controller. It's crazy.
A singular DualSense or DualSense Edge. It was just one
register
device. Compare it to your PC, your Mac, or mobile devices. With this update, you can now register up to 4 devices.
You can register it up to 4 devices. This is crazy. They're locking control, bro. Woo! See, man, what happened to the good old days where you could just take a Dreamcast controller and plug it in, 360 controller, PS3 controller, you just plug it in and it worked. What happened to those days? Now you got to do firmware. You don't even own your controllers, bro. This is crazy, bro. Watch these PlayStation fanboys act like it's just not as big as you think. Bro, it is a pretty big deal. You was out here talking about registering a controller. Like, that doesn't even make sense, bro. All I should be able to do is, you know what? Not register, sync. That's what it should be. Sync. PS5 sync controller. You know what I mean? You got PlayStation locking down how many controllers they want you to use on consoles. Is stupid. Considering that you guys paid for them, you should be able to do what the hell you want with it.
And easily switch between them directly from your controller. Okay, that is a smart update. For example,
oh yeah, it's so smart that it took you guys 5 years to wait for it. I guess Sony didn't really care. They were too busy counting that 30% money from Microsoft and NBA 2K sales every month. I mean, bro, I hate to say it, man. That's why I went back to retro, man. And you see me, I'd upload some Otogi. I don't care no more, man. I'm keeping it a buck. I'm going to get my game on. I told you I'm going to play whatever I can that you got it for, whatever. I'm going to do all that. But at the same time, guys, I don't care about the future of gaming. I don't care. I really don't care. I don't care what you guys think about these $500 Lunchable Happy Meal boxes. At the end of the day, we know where gaming is going. So like I've said, I got my retro up. I'm actually having more fun playing Otogi than looking forward to Wu Chong, Wu Long, Wu Kong. That's bro. This gaming community is terrible. Y'all don't got no variety. Even your games are all starting to sound the same. You know? They are. Wu Chong, Wu Long, Wu Kong. Like, bro, like your games are starting to sound the same now. It's stupid. This is not what I grew up with gaming. I grew up with gaming when everything was ambitious and everything was different. Even when they did copy ideas. This is ridiculous. How many Souls games do you people want? And then you wonder why people like myself just say, I'm done. I'm going to go play my Dreamcast and have fun and think about the good old days. You know? And then you want to sit there and tell us we're out of touch. We're so out of touch that you're playing the same old franchises from 30 years ago. We're so out of touch that you're still picking up remasters and remakes. That's how out of touch us retro gamers are. What's out of touch is the fact that you guys don't see the change. That's why I call it the dinosaur prehistoric age, where y'all need to go extinct, because that's not what's happening. It's about time you people accept the reality and move on and accept things for what they are. You can speak up on it. That's perfectly fine. But to be completely bothered about something that you know you can't change or do, I don't understand that point. That's why when people telling me about stupid stuff, oh, we'll give to this. Listen, you're talking to somebody that's already fully aware of these things. You guys are putting all your bank, all your wallets, investing all your money into something that you don't even own, bruh. You don't even own it. I know these PS5 and Xbox. I know these are just online devices. You know what I mean? That's why I buy the games for cheap. That's why I don't be spending $60, $70 on. I see mine's eyes drop to 35. I give it a few more months, it'll be 20. I'll pick it up and I'll probably do a live stream. That's how we be getting it on. That's how we be going. That's how we get it on at Gamesters Home. All right? We don't pay $60, $70 for no games no more. We don't. There's no point.
You can take your controller, which you'd use to do PS5, and then seamlessly switch it to a PC to play PC games or to your smartphone to play games with remote play.
This should have already been done.
Enhanced flexibility, you can enjoy gaming more freely across multiple devices. Now, my girlfriend's got my old PS5, and she has. I gave her the PS5 and I don't know, 25 games.
25 games. Now he lying about how many games. He got to sweeten up the deal, guys. You know, I gave my sweet love 25 games. I mean, you just gave that all away, bro. You just gave that all away. Come on, Dreamcast guy, man. He's been getting called out for. I've been seeing his comment section, man. He even laughed at. I even seen him reply to the dude. You know, he knows that people know what he did was wrong. Now he's out here talking about, I gave it away now. That's crazy.
When I gave it to her, though,
you did not give her anything. You sold it. You sold it. No, he gave it away. Yo, this man is something else, bro. He talking about, oh, I gave it to, no, you sold it to her. What are you talking about?
The thing is that she bought some controllers on her own.
Yeah, right. No, she bought. This dude's lying. He lying. And then she bought any controller, she bought it from Dreamcast guy, from GameStop, bro. Y'all here ripping her off, man. I ain't never seen nothing like this, man. Sold her a full value used PS5 Slim, you know, sold her some controllers, sold her 25 games, you know, included it with the bundle, probably games that only cost $2.99 and 99 cents. This guy's something else.
For her kids to play, I do like the idea that now I could bring my controller over to her house when I'm...
What? So you sold it to her with no controller? You sold her one with no controller.
When I gave it to her, though, there was the thing is that she bought some
I thought when you buy a console, it come with a controller. What are you talking? Why you gotta bring yours if she bought some? What do you?
controllers on her own for her kids to play. I do like the
What? Bro, but if you sold the console, she should already have one controller, right? And then you said she bought other controllers for her kids, which means that you wouldn't have to bring your controller. What type of games y'all playing? Last time I checked, most games are only 4-player locally. It ain't even that many. So, especially for PS5. So that's why I'm confused right now.
idea that now I could bring my controller over to her house when I'm playing games with all the family.
What? You know what? Hold on.
If you have the money for it, I do think it is worth it. I managed to get my PlayStation 5 Pro for just a little over $300 total. So my girlfriend bought my current PS5 off of me. I got a PlayStation 5 Slim. I gave her a bunch of games and an extra controller and stuff like that. So it is a good deal.
You said you didn't do. You said you gave it away. Now we find out that you. This man lies so much.
Over $300 total. So my girlfriend bought
Come on,
my
man. You think
PS5
people just gonna forget?
off of me. I got a PlayStation 5 Slim. I gave her a bunch of games and an extra controller and stuff like that. So it is a
You said you even gave her controllers. Yeah, he sold the controllers. The plot has thickened. He said she bought her own controllers. No, this is getting bad, bro. Come on, man. Look at that. Wow.
a little over.
This is crazy, bro.
But if you have the money for it, I do think it is worth it. I managed to get my PlayStation.
It's worth it as long as you're willing to rip your girlfriend. You rip your girlfriend off, huh?
Pro 4
Oh, my.
just a little over $300 total. So my girlfriend bought my current PS5
Okay, keyword, his girlfriend bought his PS5.
off of me. I got a PlayStation 5 Slim. I gave her a bunch of games.
Gave her a bunch of games, which we don't know the amount, but we'll just go off to 25. And then he goes as far to say, right, that I gave her controllers, right? Remember? He said she bought her own controllers. So, all right, let's just listen.
An extra controller and stuff like that. So it
Extra controller. So why did she have to buy controllers if you already gave her? Just listen.
a little
Y'all like
over,
game stuff. I catch everything, bro. I catch everything. I don't know how you guys watch this video or watch videos or anything and don't catch it. You know, they need to put me on the first 48, bro. I'll be solving all them cases.
$300 total. So my girlfriend
First 48.
bought my current PS5 off of me. I got a PlayStation 5 Slim. I gave her a bunch of games and an extra controller and stuff like that.
Extra controller. So that means she would have had two. Unless he considers the extra controller the one that he's supposed to get in the bundle. How you giving her an extra controller, man? One is mandatory when you sell a console. Well, you just sold it to her as the system only. He's like, okay, $500 for the system, and then you got to give me $70 for the controller. What? Don't the controller come with the system? Man, the plot has thickened.
So it is a good deal.
It ain't no good deal, bro, because that means she would have two controllers. The games is a whatever, right? But she should have two controllers, right? She should have two controllers. You said you gave her an extra controller, right? When you say extra, you mean an additional one to one that's already been provided. Unless you sold her the extra, unless you sold her a controller, bro. This is worse than DKO. Hey, yo, man, listen, man. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this video, man. But you know, this guy is always lying, bro. It's crazy. Take care. Peace out.